Vinyl friends and vinyl community, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and I'm here with a contest entry for Jeff over at Various Vinyl, and he is doing a 50 subs contest. So congratulations, Jeff, on your 50 subs. He's got a really cool contest. I'm really excited about this one. It's show 5 albums of artists that you've seen live in concert. Well, I had a hard time breaking down just five artists, so I'm going to kind of break the rules here, and I'm going to show a little more than that. And we're going to go in chronological order of when I saw these acts perform. If I can get my crap together right here. There we go. All right. We're starting with, this is the first concert I ever went to. I was all about 10 years old, maybe almost 11 years old when this concert came into town. This was my favorite artist growing up as a kid, and of course my dad decided to surprise me with tickets to go see this artist in concert. I'm talking about the one and only Michael Jackson. I went to see him on the Bad Tour. It was absolutely fantastic. It really cemented my love of music, and so I feel very privileged that my first ever concert was to go to see the King of Pop and to see this tour. Absolutely memorable, amazing time. I used to have the tour book for years, and then with all the moves with college and everything else, I think it just got lost in the fray, which is really a shame. It was a kind of a cool tour book to have as a memento, but such is life. I did get to see it, so everything's up here. The next one is an artist here that I've seen multiple times now, but the first time I saw them was at our Minnesota State Fair, and they were touring on this album. This is Def Leppard and Adrenalize. I got to see them, I believe it was 1992, maybe 93. I think it was 92 when they came to town at the State Fair, and opening for them that day was this band, Ugly Kid Joe. So it was a 2-for-1 concert, really good. They were touring, I think that they had just released their first full-length album, which came after this one here. So Def Leppard and Ugly Kid Joe, that was a really fun concert. The next one I'm going to show is 1994. I went and saw Motley Crue with John Corabi on vocals, and opening for them was a band I'd never heard of, Typo Negative. I was absolutely blown away by them in concert and rushed out and got the CD the next day, and have been a fan ever since. So Typo Negative opening for Motley Crue in 1994, very good concert. So that was fun. This next one is one of my favorite metal artists, and I went and saw them. They had a kind of a little mini festival tour type thing that they were doing that brought in a whole bunch of punk and hard rock and metal bands together. It was an outdoor tour, and it was kind of 2 stages, I believe, and the main event was this band here. This is Megadeth, and it was on the Euthanasia tour. It was really cool. Saw it at an amphitheater outdoors, kind of just hanging out in the grass and watching a bunch of bands play music. It was a lot of fun. So Megadeth, Euthanasia, that was the first time I saw them, and I've seen them a couple times since then as well. Absolutely fantastic live. This next one, Pantera, I saw them on the Far Beyond Driven tour. It was an absolutely stunning show. I saw them, I think, live 2 times, maybe 3 times in their career. And opening for them that time was White Zombie, who were touring behind Astrokeep. It was kind of a co-headline tour, and absolutely fantastic show. So White Zombie and Pantera together, what a great show. The first time I got to see this band, and actually the only time I've gotten to see this band live, was on the Reload tour for Metallica in 1998. And it was an absolutely fantastic show. Not a big fan of this album per se, but the show itself was really good. Loved it. They had a full circle stage where they would turn around and face the audience at different directions. So that was kind of neat. I think they still use that in a lot of shows to this day. I'm not quite sure, but it was a neat effect. So at some point you were watching them from the side, from the back, and from the front, and it was kind of a neat little thing. They had stuff set up all over so they could actually rotate around too and have some of them facing the front and the back, and it was interesting. Good show though. So Metallica, Reload. I finally got to see my favorite band live in concert on this tour. This was all the way in 2008. This is AC/DC's Black Ice. I wanted to see them for many years, just never was able to afford the tickets or go, and finally decided to just pay. I think it was $100 and some a ticket. I just paid it, and it was well worth it. The experience was just mind-blowing. Just my favorite band of all time, and just really enjoyed that show. So really cool. Also the final tour of Malcolm Young's career before he passed away, so that was special as well. Didn't even know it at the time, so very cool. How about this one? This is cool. Been a fan of hers since she started in music, and finally decided to go see her in concert. Took the wife out to see her, and it was behind this album. This is Taylor Swift's 1989. Absolutely fantastic experience. She puts on a heck of a show. The only thing that I was a little bummed about is she basically played this whole album, which is great, a great album, but barely played any of her older songs. And I know she was transitioning out of country into pop at the time, but even still, I would have loved to have seen her play a lot more of her older songs. I think she maybe did 3 or 4 songs off of different albums. The rest were basically this album straight through. So good concert though, fun time. I really enjoyed it. Then we got my all-time favorite, or not my all-time favorite, my favorite band currently going today. This is Blackberry Smoke. Every time that they would come through town, I would be playing a show myself. I was in a southern rock band at the time, or an acoustic duo, and we always had a show on the books when they were coming to town. Those two things have dissipated now, and I finally was able to see them perform live. I've seen them 3 times now since this show, and absolutely love them. They put on a hell of a show. If you love southern rock, if you love country rock, yeah, I highly recommend you check these guys out. If they're in your town, well worth getting a ticket to go see them, because they are an absolutely amazing live band. So that's that one. And I forgot one that I really wanted to show, and let me look over here real quick if I can find it. Yeah, let's get this real quick. All right, so this one was an awesome concert. Not only did this band play, and this was the headliner, but opening acts included Firehouse and Damn Yankees. And this is cool because this is the first time I saw this band live. I was a huge fan of theirs, and first time I saw them live, and it was with Richie Kotzen on guitar. I'm talking about Poison on the Native Tongue tour. It was a really good show, and I also have a pin that I got, which I seem to have misplaced. Usually it's sitting right in front of me here. I have a pin from this show that has the Poison Native Tongue logo on it. So that was really cool too. So this was a great concert. 93, I think that would have put me at about 14, 15 years oldish when this came to town. So really happy my parents let me go to see this, and just had a blast. So there you have it. Broke the rules. I think I showed you 10 concerts and probably 14 bands with the opening acts. I hope that's okay, Jeff. Congratulations on 50 subs. I hope you continue to rise upwards. Really enjoy watching your videos. You have some fun and similar music tastes to mine, so that's always good to watch. Thanks for running the contest. Good luck to everyone who enters, and check out Jeff's contest in the comments below. I will leave a link to the contest so you can get in on it as well. Real fun idea. Loved it. Enjoyed sharing my concert experiences with all of you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep spinning vinyl, friends.